Traders, how the devil are you? Trader Tom here from Simply Forex, the channel created to help you succeed in the markets. Guys, before I start, if you can hear the wind, it's like the end of the world in Dubai at the moment. So just ignore that. Today is Tuesday the 16th, guys. And as always, we are going to look back at yesterday's trades. And if you stay till the end of the vid, I'm also going to give you my trade ideas for today and the important news as well. So let's get started. So yesterday, guys, we were looking at a few trades. The one that I took was this, and it was New Zealand dollar against the Canadian dollar, and we were looking to sell it. So why were we looking to sell it? Well, we're in a downtrend, lower highs, lower lows. All right, so it's in a downtrend, and we're starting to see, bearish candles, sellers taking over, and we wanted to see a break of this level. Listen to that wind. So if we drop down to the this is more of a H4 trade really, but if we drop down to the H4, guys, you can see this was that level that I was talking about, this gray zone in here. And it did actually break it early on in the morning, but I wasn't up. And it wasn't until this candle that broke this level that I was interested. Okay, so as soon as I see this candle, I want to get in on this trade. And I just waited for a retrace. Got a little retrace back up to here. What was once support becomes resistance. We love this setup. Entered, put my stop above here, took price down to here, where I took some profit, and then I've let 20% run. Okay. And we are nicely in profit, guys. Very good trade. Nothing but sellers in the market. Happy days. And as always, guys, I put this trade idea along with all of my trades, as in when I enter, take profit, stop loss, everything in the VIP Trading Academy, which we are giving away for free at the moment. So check it out. So that was the trade I got into, but all of them were nice trades. So let's take a look at New Zealand US dollar now, because we were looking to sell this. This for me was a little trickier to get into, but we were still looking to sell it. All right. Why were we looking to sell it? Well, we was in this uptrend and then bang, we're in a downtrend. Okay. So downtrend, just bearish candles. Okay. And then we were just looking to sell it for those reasons. We even broke this low. Okay. And the idea was take it down to this blue line or this blue line. And as you can see, literally this morning, it's hit the lower blue line. So would have been a great trade if you got into it, guys. I hope you did. And if you do get into any of our trades, then let me know. Leave a comment below the vid. Say, Tom, I took New Zealand US dollar or whatever. It's music to my ears. And why was this tricky? So, I mean, if you look at the H4, probably not that tricky. There was this candle here that broke these lows. We could have entered here, put your stop above here and take price lower, right? You could have done basically. But if we look at the H1, it became tricky because after the news, we got this wick, right? And that closed back into these highs. So potentially this level was holding. Then we got this candle that didn't break this low. It didn't. Then we got this candle that did break the low. Bear with me. But it had a wick followed by a bullish green candle, and then price started, falling down after that. So this area in here wasn't easy to trade. It was a little bit unclear. All right. And I was already in New Zealand dollar, Canadian dollar. I was already trading New Zealand dollar weakness. But if you got into it, guys, great trade. And the final one was Euro US dollar. Okay. I'll still be looking to get into this today. If we start with the day chart, we were in a downtrend. Okay. So you must understand the structure and therefore the trend. Yeah, bang. We're clearly in a downtrend. Broke this low, clearly in a downtrend. We had a nice big bearish red candle, and we were trying to sell on the back of that. Again, guys, a lot of what I show you is common sense, not rocket science. And we're nowhere near our target with Euro US dollar, which again, I will show you in my trade ideas today. This is interesting. Now, if we drop down to the H4, we just never got a break of these lows. Yeah, if we look at the H1 as well, we've only got a break this morning, while I was in bed snoring and dribbling, right? There was never a break of that low. Yeah, but literally this candle here, we've had a break. So I'll be looking for a retrace to take this trade today, in fact. Yeah, but yesterday it wasn't a trade. So yeah, those were the trades from yesterday, guys. Really profitable day. Let's take a look at today's trades now, guys. If you enjoy receiving my trade ideas every single day and my analysis, then please come join the channel. Subscribe to the channel right now. Smash the notification button so you receive an alert. And if everyone could please smash the like button. Merci beaucoup, dankeschön, shukran. Right, trades for Tuesday, the 16th of April. Before we get started, let me just mention a few things. First of all, it's like the end of the world in Dubai at the moment. Yeah, there's like a hurricane outside. So if you can hear something, it's the wind. It's not me passing wind too much. Secondly, guys, if you haven't joined our trading community, then why not? Yeah, you've got like-minded traders sharing knowledge, experiences, trade ideas. So come join our free Discord channel. You just need to create a username and we let you in. Simple as that. Secondly, guys, right now we are giving you free access to the VIP Trading Academy if you open an account with our preferred broker. In the VIP Trading Academy, I give you all of my trade signals. I give you all of my tutorials about everything I've learned over the years, and you get direct access to me plus much, much more. So check that promotion out. And finally, guys, if you would like to become a supporter, then you can become a Simply Forex YouTube member, and there's many perks for doing so. So check all of these things out. They're all in the video description. Right, trades. Also, yeah, live stream today, 8 a.m. Eastern Time, 8 a.m. Eastern Time. Join me for that. Get all of your questions ready. Right, trades then, guys. So I've got lots to show you this morning. So the indices, like we're looking at the Nasdaq, right? But I could choose any of them. Yeah, S&P, yeah, just hurtling down. Yeah, this one's coming down. Yeah, Dow Jones. I mean, the Dow Jones is hurtling. Yeah, but the one I like is the Nasdaq because it's like freshly broken a level. This grey zone in here. But before I show you the trade idea, what's happening, guys, is because you're seeing this, sell off in the indices, certain pairs should or are getting strength. So all the flight to safety. So pound yen, yeah, it is probably the one that isn't, but it should be getting strength. Swiss franc yesterday was gaining strength off the back of this. Yeah, both flight to safeties. Gold is still very strong off the back of this because gold is also a flight to safety. And also the US dollar, yeah, has become a flight to safety. So you're going to see some strength if this sell-off continues in these currency pairs and precious metals. All right. And also silver because it's highly correlated with gold. All right, so just to make you aware of these correlations in the market, you need to understand these, guys. These are important, okay? So bearing all that in mind, we are looking at US dollar pairs still. We're not looking at gold because it's just so overbought. And a Swiss franc pair, yeah, is a potential trade for today. And yen is just a bloody mess. So there you go. So let's start with the Nasdaq. All right, this is clearly, in a range. It was just sort of bouncing between these two levels. And then finally, we've had a break of the bottom of the range. Okay, We've got a nice big bearish candle form yesterday, and we've got a bit of room to move into back down to the next piece of support. Yeah, again, common sense is what I teach guys, basically. You know, the simple things in the market, all the facts you need are there on the charts. Yeah, don't overcomplicate it. So there you go. That's the trade idea. So the day chart gives me my direction. And then all we're going to look for, I mean, you can look at H4 or H1 really, guys, right? But all I want is a retrace up into this gray zone. Yeah, it might come up to, yeah, this level here, potentially this level here. Moving average 20 comes round. We get a nice bearish reaction. Listen to that wind. We get a nice bearish reaction, and then we can start selling the NASDAQ. All right, so it's this gray zone here that I'm interested in. So that's my first trade idea for today. The next one, as I explained, were US dollar pairs. Now, some of the US dollar pairs are more attractive than others. So let me explain. Pound US dollar, if we go to the day chart, is at a support level, so less attractive, right? If we go to New Zealand US dollar, we know we were trading this yesterday. Yeah, it's at a support level, less attractive, right? And the ones that are more attractive to me are these. So Euro US dollar. All right. And if you think about that, you know, the fact, you know, to pick an example, right? I want to sell Euro US dollar because this has more room to move into. Okay. Whereas New Zealand US dollar didn't. So if you think of Euro New Zealand dollar, it's probably a good buy. I'll explain. I'm going to do a vid on this, in fact, in the VIP Trading Academy. But this Euro US dollar has room to move into. Okay. So we're still looking to sell this. And structurally, you know, again, you don't need to be Warren Buffett. That is in a downtrend, right? And it's very bearish. So will we get much of a retrace? Let's see. I'm going to drop down to the H1 for this, right? So basically, I'm only going to trade this with H1 structure because it's so oversold, right? It's not so oversold, but because it's so bearish and moved so far down, I'm going to look to go with H1 structure. All right. And if we follow H1 structure, listen to that wind, finding it hard to concentrate. Bear with me. Right. I'm going to say that. Okay. So all I want to see is a retrace into here. Yeah. Maybe the moving average 20 catches up and we get a bearish reaction. All right. I will look to start to sell this pair. But if we start breaking above the moving average 20, potentially break this level, you know, and this level, then I'm not interested in this trade today, right? It could be a trade the next day. All right, so I just want to stay with H1 structure with this Euro US dollar. So yeah, that's how I'm going to trade it from in here. The next US dollar pair I like is US dollar Canadian dollar. Again, if we start with the day chart, we're just trading US dollar strength. And again, this US dollar pair has a bit of room to move into up to 3,850. All right, so we've still got a good 42.3 pips there. Okay. And again, you know, very similar to Euro US dollar, just in reverse. Yeah, we're in an uptrend. And bullish candles in an uptrend, room to move into. Again, if we drop down to the H1, I just want to see, I want to see H1 structure remain in an uptrend. Okay. So I want to see price come down to here. Yeah, maybe the moving average 20 catches up. We get a bullish reaction, and then we can start buying US dollar, Canadian dollar. If at any point I see a, you know, like a H1 structure break, let's say something like this, breaks this level, then I'm not interested. I'm just going to wait for the next build up in structure for me to trade it again. Okay, so US dollar, Canadian dollar buyers. So they're the US dollar pairs I'm looking at. And like I said, the Swiss franc was strong because that's also a flight to safety. And if we go to Canadian dollar Swiss franc now, we can see a fresh structure break. Okay, so if we look at the weekly chart, first of all, right, we are in a weekly uptrend. Yeah, there's no two ways about it. Okay, this is where we're at, uptrend, higher lows, higher highs. But look at these candles on the weekly chart. Yeah, look at the wicks on them. There are some serious sellers in here. Sellers began in here, but buyers pushed it up, and then sellers said enough is enough. Maybe some of the big boys got involved, and it's coming down. And there's a bit of room back down to the next piece of support, which would be this high here. Okay, so bearing that in mind, sells are acceptable if on the day chart we have a downtrend. And for me, we do, right? Again, if we just follow trend, you need to understand and plot structure. I mean, you could say it's already broke here. You could say that was a structure break. Yeah, that broke. All right. But just to be sure, yeah, it finally broke here. Look at those lows and then look at the body of that candle. It has broken these lows. We are below the moving average 20. We're getting lower highs, lower lows. We're in a downtrend. We've also got a very bearish candle, right? I can't, that wind. Honestly, I feel like my windows are going to come crashing in a minute. And if they do, I'm going to start running and crying. All right, so very bearish candle in a downtrend, breaking these lows. So, and there's room to move into. If we drop down to the H4 now, I mean, H4, structure is in a downtrend, clearly. Yeah, we're in a downtrend. And I've pinpointed this level here, but we can see it better on the H1. So if we drop down to the H1, yeah, we're just looking at this level here. So, everything's in a downtrend. If we get a nice retrace, maybe it only comes to the moving average 20, maybe it gets to here, but this area here, I'm interested in. If we get a bearish reaction, I will start selling Canadian dollar Swiss franc. So those are my trade ideas. One more thing I'm also looking at, guys, is New Zealand dollar, Canadian dollar. Yeah, this still has room to run into too. I'm already in this trade, got 20% running. But again, bearish, 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 in a downtrend, right? And we've got a bit of room to move in back to this 8100 psychological level. I'm only not looking at it because there's not much room to move into, guys. But look, if we get a bit of a retrace, I'd also consider selling this as well. All right, guys, so those are my trade ideas for today. Let's take a look at the news now. So news for Tuesday, the 16th of April. Before I get started, guys, please do not forget to join me for the live stream today, 8 a.m. New York Eastern Time. Get all your questions ready for me, and please subscribe and like the channel. Right, news for today, guys. It's a busy news day. So overnight, we had some GDP coming out of China, and they're experiencing some growth. Those figures are a lot better than expected. So this could have a positive impact on the Aussie dollar because they have tight trading relationships. All right, so that was overnight. But yeah, the news we're looking at, like I say, there's a lot of it. 7 o'clock, London GMT, we have got all of this employment data. Yeah, average earnings, claimant count change, employment change, unemployment rate. All of these together is a 3-star rating, so must be aware of that. If we carry on, after that at 10 o'clock, we've got German zoo data and Euro zoo data, and you've got Euro group meeting. So again, at 10 o'clock, all of this is like one big 3-star rating. So must be aware of this. It could really move the euro. After that, guys, 1:30, again, all of this together, building permits, housing starts, is one big 3-star rating. Okay, I know it says 2 stars, but all of this data at once could be a 3-star rating. And at the same time, this is big news. I don't know why it says 2-star ratings, but CPI. Yeah, core CPI and CPI coming out of Canada, all eyes on inflation still. So this could really move any Canadian dollar pairs. And then after that, guys, there's more. Yeah, 6:15, we've got Fed Chair Powell speaks. He's reasonably important, very important. So he can move all the markets. Yeah, he could move, you know, Mount Everest. And also, guys, at 11:45, if you're still awake, if you're not tucked up in bed with your, you know, little teddy bear, then CPI, more inflation coming out of New Zealand. All right, so busy news day, guys. Tread carefully. I'll see you later for the live stream. Have a great trading day.